Hey guys, so I'm going to do a second reading. This is for the Taylor and Pomaski case. Now, sometimes I do a second reading. Maybe I want to take another look at another angle. This is a big one going on. Maybe not as big as the Maya Mileti case, which I've already read on, or like Amari obviously was huge when I read that. But I want to take another look at some things here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get. I never know what I'm going to get. But I was feeling very strongly, maybe someone crashed the party, that's who she disappeared with. Now, I know there's a lot of speculation on the boyfriend. Okay? And he doesn't look like a nice guy in his photos, but maybe that's just the way he looks, guys. Okay? But I'm not necessarily feeling him. But to double check myself, I want to do a second read. To kind of look at the dynamics of the relationship. Was there something going on? Was she wanting to leave? Was there any kind of thing? I think it may have been in an article or something. They may have had an argument at the party. So I will double check my case here. Some of the reason, I think they said he wasn't really working with cops much. But when I was kind of reading that and I read that, I'm like, this is because he doesn't like cops. Okay, maybe it's not necessarily has something to hide, but maybe he just doesn't like cops. And obviously, he's been arrested for some other unrelated charges. Deck is shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck. See what's going on with the dynamics of Taylor's relationship with the boyfriend. So I've got the Fool, which is showing. So that can be, sometimes it can just represent foolishness. It can. I've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. He's an former NFL player. Okay, so playing to win is a big thing. He's a big shot. Okay, because normally the Six of Wands depicts a person returning from a journey successfully. So I'm not sure how successful he was in the NFL and things, but most people probably think he's a big shot. Hence the victory card. And the man that usually shows in those tarot depictions, has a lot of adoration, a lot of ladies like him, this kind of thing, has a lot of friends. Everybody thinks he's the hero. So the victory card is very appropriate. I notice it is opposing the Fool, which makes me kind of feel with Taylor, she was very starstruck, is a good way to put it, with him and his success and his connections and his friendships, very starstruck with this persona. Okay? And I feel he did well. I mean, financially, I've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel he did quite well. And, the home life with the Ten of Cups, I know they were living together and so forth. We've got that. I feel there was talk about marriage at one time. This was a serious relationship. I've got the Hierophant here. Okay, so this was a very, serious one. We do have the Death, which it's not a surprise to have that card show. We pretty much know this is most likely what it is. The Death card showed in my last layout. We have the Tower. This is absolute chaos with what happened with Taylor, as she is missing, and we know that. But the Six of Wands represents him. We're dealing with the unknown with the Moon, like what happened to her, of course. But we've got that Ace of Wands, that opportunity. I do get the Five of Swords, so I do feel it is accurate that there was an argument there, but the battle was over and so forth. So I do feel an argument was there, because Five of Swords can be my battle card. It is also the defeat card and so forth. Here's that Hermit, guys. For those who watched video number 1, the Hermit is showing. Okay? Now, I really don't feel he's the Hermit kind of person and so forth. I got the light at the end of the tunnel. I still feel she will be found with a star. They're going to shed a little light on this. But I'm telling you, he's the Six of Wands. Okay? And I've got the Six of Swords, so left in a vehicle. Okay? We left in a vehicle because the Six of Swords can be my traveling card. It can be a physical move. Most depictions in tarot show a boat and people kind of leaving troubled waters. Now, another thing it could have been, now that I, kind of sit there with it, is that with the Six of Swords, I'm trying to leave troubled waters. So say there had been an argument and so forth. So maybe I just wanted to get away. And, there's this person at the party and stuff. Let's just get out of here for a little bit and maybe cool off. And maybe I could just have a conversation with someone. Everyone's a little buzzed, this, that kind of energy. Okay. But he's my Six of Wands guy. The relationship was kind of suspended at the moment, though. We've got a little bit there with that. But, I really feel he had affection for, yeah, she does have the Nine of Pentacles showing in the environment. I feel she had thought about being single. Nine of Pentacles often can depict a woman who, she's got that self-love, that sense of self-confidence, that sense of self-worth. And she's obviously a very beautiful woman. In that just very independent street. There's a little bit of a clash between the two people because she's obviously very pretty. So I feel some jealousy vibes there. Some control and jealousy because he knows she's beautiful. But there's a little on the other side too because he gets a lot of attention. So this is kind of a very challenging relationship. But I also do have with them the Ace of Wands. That's a lot of chemistry and passion. So they were both very drawn to that fire and that energy. Can be sexual energy as well. Okay. Just not trying to put out everybody's business there and so forth. But yeah, I feel like, at this party, maybe she kind of stood up for herself. But so far, let me look here. Ending with the Judgment card. I'm really feeling, and I know people are worried about her. We had the worry card up before. But the Hermit card is my man, okay, that I read in the last layout. And he shows as my Six of Wands guy, okay? So, which makes me feel that there was an argue. I feel these people argued, they had their thing and so forth. But and she's a strong personality, but I really feel it's not the boyfriend. Unless he if he confesses, then I'm wrong. Okay? If he confesses, then I'm wrong. Then I'll be like, okay. But my other read, I was feeling like a crash of party. I feel like people showed up that didn't have the best intentions, and I feel this loner type of character. This is very different from his character, okay, with my Six of Wands guy. The Six of Wands guy is lots of friends and lots of attention, and the ladies love him and everything, and it's, hey man, how's it going? Fist bump and everything like that. But I've got this loner here, and that's the one I feel is behind it. Okay, so I know some people may disagree. I will tell you, I did a reading for the Heidi Broussard case. This was about a year or so ago. The woman, she had just had a baby. Okay. And the baby had only been on this planet for like 2 weeks. She disappeared. Her baby disappeared. Apartment open, gone. Everybody looked at the fiance. They crucified the fiance all over social media. And I was in my group, Spiritually Intuitive Readings, which is about 27,000. And I did a reading on it, and I said he's innocent. And I said someone faking a pregnancy took that baby, befriended her, took that baby. So then it ended up being found out. It was a woman. It was her best friend of 10 years. The woman had been faking a pregnancy at the same time Heidi was pregnant. She pretended to be pregnant. And then once that baby was born, she got that baby and she killed her best friend. Okay? And I believe the reason why, which I would have to wait till the case comes out, I believe it was to keep her boyfriend. The boyfriend and her had been living together, but leading separate lives. And I believe the reason why they weren't together, but she still lived there, is because he thought she was pregnant with his child. Okay. So I was in the group going, nope, it's not the fiance. And in all of social media said it was him. And they destroyed him on social media until she was found at the fiance and the boyfriend's house in the trunk of a car, and with the baby in the house, alive. And I said the baby would be found alive. So, my moral of the story is, when it comes to, someone's innocence or not, I'm normally right on it. Even he seems the most probable source, but I'm feeling another character here. I'm feeling another character. I do not necessarily get that vibe. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is something he thought. They talked about marriage. I just do the Three of Cups, which can be my symbol of a marriage. Um, I feel that this was something, you know, and everything. But there's a lot of fire between these two people. There's a lot of chemistry and there's a lot of fire and a lot of action. But there's another character in here, which is not like him. The Hermit, it just does not fit the mold, and he shows up in my second layout. Does not fit the mold with the boyfriend. The boyfriend is a different persona to me. Energy signatures are something I pick up on, and he's not a hermit. He's not a hermit. He may be trouble, and he's in jail. I've got the Eight of Swords. Okay, and as I was saying, he may be trouble. Eight of Swords can be jail for me if I'm reading a case like this. He's in jail at the moment, but I don't feel he's the offender. So we just got to figure out who that loner is, and stuff. But that's what I kind of feel like. I in the reading, I felt like, hey, let's go get, let's keep this party going. Let's maybe cool off. Let's go have some drink. That kind of feel. Leave to go to the store. That kind of energy. We've got someone I feel took advantage and stuff. I do hope this helps.